Shanti, 29th July 2023, Baapdada Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, take Srimad from Shiv Baba at every step. Give all your news to the Father through Brahma. Question: why is it that while being children of the one Father, some children have intellects filled with love, whereas the intellects of others have no love? Answer: the children who maintain full connection with Baapdada, those whose intellects have no doubt about anything and who relate their true charts to Shiv Baba through Brahma, are the ones with loving intellects. However, if you sulk with Brahma or your Brahmin teacher due to any reason and do not write to Baba because you think that you have no connection with Brahma and that you only have to remember Shiv Baba, it means that Maya has caught hold of your intellect. Such ones are those whose intellects have no love. Song: my heart says thanks to the one who has given me support. Om Shanti. The Father also gives thanks to the children. The Father thanks the children who are His helpers and also praises them. You children have now come to know that the unlimited Father has come. The Father enters the impure world. They sing, O purifier, come. When the purifier does come, he would surely come to establish the pure world of heaven, in which very few human beings live. Praise is sung of the pure world. There is no one who calls out in the pure world. It is only in this impure world that people call out. Devotees consider themselves to be impure. Truly, it is only in Bharat that there was the pure kingdom of deities. There was purity in Bharat. They were very wealthy and happy. Now they are unhappy. Shiv Baba sits in the body of Brahma and explains, therefore, you also have to remember the body of Brahma. If children go far away, for instance, if you go back to your hometown, you should write a letter to your unlimited Father, who is also your bridegroom. You have to write to Shiv Baba through Brahma. Shiv Baba cannot hear without Brahma. You have to remember Shiv Baba through Brahma. There are some children who think that they do remember Shiv Baba, that they have no connection with the Sakar form. Nevertheless, since Shiv Baba is here, you definitely have to write a letter to Baba through this one. You have to give your news to Shiv Baba through Brahma. It is sung that there are those who have loving intellects at the time of destruction, and there are those who have no love in their intellects at the time of destruction. Love for whom? For Shiv Baba through Brahma. There are also some who have such foolish intellects that they say they remember Shiv Baba anyway. Shiv Baba says that by remembering him your boat will go across, but where is he? He is definitely here in this one's body. He is teaching you through this one. How would you write a letter to the incorporeal one? Brides write letters to their bridegrooms, and bridegrooms write letters to their brides. From the beginning of the Golden Age to the end of the Iron Age, human beings have been writing letters to human beings. Souls now meet the Supreme Soul, and so they write letters to Him. They talk to the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Therefore, they have to stay in connection through Brahma. Only when you write a letter to Shiv Baba through Brahma would Shiv Baba understand that you truly are remembering him. Maya catches hold of the intellects of some so that they become body conscious and they don't even write a letter. They forget. Now, at the time of destruction, none of their intellects has love, whereas the Pandavas' intellects have love. Those people think that the God of the Gita is Shri Krishna. Acha, even if it were Shri Krishna, you would still have to write to him. You also have to write to Shiv Baba. You definitely have to take Srimad. Some say that they do remember Shiv Baba. However, they cannot receive advice without the corporeal Brahma. Very good and first class children write that their yoga is with Shiv Baba and that they will continue to help him. However, you cannot claim your inheritance from the grandfather except through Father Brahma. You have to take advice at every step. Such news comes to Baba. They sulk with Brahma or their Brahmin teacher, and Maya completely turns their faces away. You should understand that you have to take Srimad from Shiv Baba at every step and ask Baba what you should do under those circumstances. Baba always asks you children whether you are happy and content. One is physical illness and the other is spiritual illness. Some never write to tell Baba that they are happy, that Maya is not attacking them. Acha. Although he knows everything, you still have to take directions from him. Am I right or am I wrong in this matter? When you don't have accurate yoga, you do wrong things. The children who have loving intellects at the time of destruction have to come to the Father. The Father is sitting here. There are many whose intellects have no love at the time of destruction, and so they become confused and start performing wrong actions. You cannot carry on doing anything without taking Srimad. They cannot reach their destination on their own without a guide. How can anyone go there if they don't know the way? A guide's hand is definitely needed. One needs support when learning to swim too. Baba continues to caution you children. Even if you have doubt about any aspect, at least stay in connection with this one. After all, it is through this one that you receive directions from Shiv Baba. Baba has explained. This chariot that is this throne has especially been fixed for the immortal image. Baba says, I take the support of this one's chariot that is his throne. Otherwise, I could enter anyone at any time and get the service done that I want done. Baba has explained. If someone worships Hanuman, I grant him a vision of that. I give him the reward of his devotion. If I grant him a vision of Hanuman, his devotion would be totally for that one. He would only hold on to him. Baba has selected a very experienced chariot. He was a jewel merchant. This is the business of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Only when I enter this chariot every cycle can I carry out this task. He creates Brahmins through Brahma, just as Christians are created through Christ. The names are very similar. Therefore, I have to enter the chariot of Brahma. I sit here and tell you the story of this one's birth. The first birth is that of Sri Krishna. I come at the end of the last of his many births. I tell you all of these things accurately. If anyone asks, tell them. Brahma is definitely needed first because only then can Brahmins be created through him. The physical father of humanity is needed. The father of humanity cannot exist in the subtle region. Brahma, the father of humanity, is needed here. I only come in Bharat when it is the time of extreme darkness. The devotion of half a cycle is now ending. They sing, O purifier, come. If annihilation were to take place, the world couldn't become pure. The word annihilation is wrong. I come when people have become very unhappy and impure. The pure world is the golden and silver ages, and the impure world is the copper and iron ages. Billions of human beings now exist here. That many will not be needed in the golden age. They have shown that missiles emerged from someone's stomach through which they destroyed their own clan. People have sat and made up such stories. Nothing emerges from anyone's stomach. This is work for your intellects. Just see how many happiness people now have through science. Previously, There was no gas or electricity, etc. Baba is experienced. Baba says, I enter an old body. The body of Sri Krishna is not old. Sri Krishna is not impure. People call out, O purifier, come. Therefore, he surely has to enter the impure world and an impure body. There are no pure bodies in the impure world. Here, souls are tamo pradhan and their bodies are also tamo pradhan. It is said, the golden age and the silver age. First, there is the golden age. There, the souls in the bodies are both pure. Later, souls become impure. I come and make them voiceless. Maya is such that she pulls the ears of even good first class children. They then become upset with a Brahmin teacher or with Brahma and develop doubt and leave. Maya turns their faces away. From having loving intellects, they become those with no love in their intellects. Then they stop studying with Shiv Baba. Some study, but they are unable to imbibe knowledge completely. Therefore, Baba says, it doesn't matter, simply make two things firm. You have to remember Baba. Your intellect should now be here as well as up there in the home. There is the example of the jinn. He said, give me work to do, otherwise I will eat you. Baba says, I give you the work of remembering me. If you do not remember me, Maya will eat you alive. You have to make time for remembrance. First of all, make a little time and your practice will then increase. Baba says, remain silent and simply continue to remember me. You know Baba is up there as well as here. We have to return to Baba. You now understand that Baba has come into this one's body. If you do not have remembrance, Maya will eat you alive. There are many stories that have been made up. Previously, you were senseless. Baba now explains. When I go back, you then become the masters of the world. I talk to you souls. It is the soul in the body that passes exams. The Father now says, become soul conscious. While living at home with your families, consider yourselves to be bodiless souls. The more you remember the Father, the more you will benefit. This is called Yoga. Actually, it is remembrance, the love of you souls for the Father. You remember Him. A lover and beloved love each other. They have love for each other's body. Both the lover and the beloved are bodily beings. It is as though the beloved is standing in front of the lover. The beloved then sees the lover. You are now lovers of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. There is only the one beloved, and all the souls are lovers. That incorporeal Father sits here and gives you directions through this corporeal one. You can neither see a soul nor the Supreme Soul. Yes, sometimes some are able to have a vision of a soul. Human beings are not able to understand anything. Baba grants them a vision of light because they have faith in that. It was said, the light is so bright that I cannot tolerate it anymore. Stop it. The eyes become red. Baba explains, I am a star. Just as a firefly sparkles, in the same way, the soul comes out of the body like a star. Example of Vivekananda. Whoever people worship, I grant them a vision accordingly. Baba sits and explains, this is your devotion that is continued. So, I grant you a vision accordingly. As is the soul, so is the Supreme Soul. But He is the ocean of knowledge. Each soul is a living being. All the sanskars are within souls. The Father also has the sanskars of carrying out the task of creation, destruction, and sustenance. He is the Trimurti. No one knows Shiv Baba, and that is why they have forgotten to put Shiva, the creator, above the Trimurti. In fact, Trimurti Shiva is the god of the Gita, but people say Trimurti Brahma. However, there also has to be the creator of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. The names of Brahma and Shiv Baba are separate. Otherwise, whom do you call the creator? No one is able to understand this. The Father comes and explains to you, children. You have loving intellects. Those whose intellects have no love become Kauravas. Although they come here, their status becomes much lower. Whatever they have accumulated is then finished and they receive a low status among the subjects. Just look what you can become by studying this at this present time. Baba says, children, if you want to become deities, you have to renounce bad things like poison. Only the one Father is the true Sadguru who can take you into liberation and liberation in life. Everyone has to go back at the same time. It is not that someone can leave and go away in between. They all have to play their full parts. Then, at the end, they all definitely have to return home like a swarm of insects. This is also mentioned in the Gita, however, because it says that they are the versions of God Shri Krishna, the importance of the Gita has been lost. How would you go to the land of liberation if the Father didn't come? Later, each of you comes at your own time to play your parts. This is a detailed explanation. However, in a nutshell, he says, remember me. That's all. God is one, and all the rest are his children. You have now become Trikaladarshi. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children in return to the spiritual father says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you so much, Baba. Essence for Dharna, point number 1. In order to remain constantly happy and content, take advice from the Father at every step. Remember Shiv Baba through Brahma and also continue to give him your news. Point number 2. Never have doubt about anything. Don't solve with your Brahmin teacher or Father Brahma and thereby stop studying. Keep your intellect constantly full of love. Blessing. May you spread rays of happiness into the world of an embodiment of happiness and become a master son of knowledge. May you spread rays of happiness into the world as an embodiment of happiness and become a master son of knowledge. Explanation to this. Just as the Father is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of happiness, in the same way you have to become embodiments of happiness and embodiments of knowledge. Do not just speak about every virtue, but also experience them. When you are experienced in being an embodiment of happiness, you will then spread rays of happiness into the world as a soul who is an embodiment of happiness. Just as the rays of the sun spread over the whole world, in the same way, when your rays of knowledge, happiness, and bliss reach all souls, you will then be called a master son of knowledge. Slogan. A Brahmin with a divine birth gives the experience of divinity through his words, thoughts, and actions. A Brahmin with a divine birth gives the experience of divinity through his words, thoughts, and actions. अच्छा, ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति.